Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Rodgers going to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is taken around the 12. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Lions will take over. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Second down, here's Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And looky there, Charles, just acquired, already making an impact on the defensive side of the football.
Maybe not a superstar, but he does a few things well, and I think they'll emphasize that in his new role with this team.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And now the rookie's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down.
Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Shotgun snap to Willis. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Willis looking to throw on first down. And in for the Lions touchdown. DJ Chark, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now on first down. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Play action, Willis.
He'll buy some time right.
That pass caught, it's Williams.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Flushed out right.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nixon now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll bring it down at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On 1st down, Willis.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
The offense schemed, going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Here's Raymond bringing it out.